What's up, everybody, and welcome to a stream that's honestly just taking me away from watching One Piece. That's what's happening right now. I decided to do this stream, and I had not planned on One Piece coming out today. So I am 4 episodes in, and we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna go through it. What's up, Box? How's it going? Twitch does look kind of different, right? It's just things going on. I also don't think I did it right. I was supposed to do like ultra low latency, which I don't think I did. I wonder if I stop it and start it again. Will that work? If not, you guys are just going to be running like 3 seconds behind, which isn't like a big deal, especially for this stream. Why aren't we on Twitch? Just because I like to switch it up. I was like, hey, there's definitely nothing that can be like copyrighted in this stream. So I'm watching my own video, and then we're doing the Geats Rider tier list. So might as well throw it on. I didn't break Twitch. I just wanted to come on YouTube. I just wanted to flip it over here and be like, hey everyone, how's it going? It's not that my YouTube ad revenue is low or anything this month. That can't be it. All right. I have called you all here. I'm the person that gave you my count of writers on Twitter, and I just wanted to say that I don't count the movie villain making a cameo in episode 45 as him being a writer in the show, by the way. That's gonna get awkward. Because I need you guys to decide on like who gets points and stuff for the latter parts of this video, and help me out on the things I don't know in this video. Like how many writers there are, because I'm not gonna count how many writers there are on Geats. One of you knows, Boxbox knows. So we're just gonna throw it in there and plug in those answers. But yeah, I called you all here today to help me score Toku Predictions Kamen Rider Geats. It's a video, it's a live stream that we did a year ago. The contestants were myself, Keza Henshin, Thomas Jujubee, and Marco Satsu. I don't know who's gonna win. Who you gonna think gonna win? Who you gonna think gonna win? It's almost like you don't do much content here. I'm trying, okay? I'm trying. We should have done Shinobi predictions. You're right. Toku predictions, Shinobi would have been the better one. Let me get my headphones in before we start this. Do Ben and John count as writers? So, I say it in the video, I think, but the thing that counts as writers is it's supposed to be if their name is shown, like their writer name, and their suit is shown. Because we have so many writers like on the thing of the first episode, on the like results thing of the first episode, that they don't count unless their suit is shown. So Ben and John do not count as writers, sadly. They got to be named and shown transformed. I don't even know what the predictions were. I haven't watched this back all year. I don't know what many of them are. I do remember some certain specific ones, but I don't remember what they all are. So let's get our... Oop, that's not it. There it is. Boom. Let's get our little scoreboard up there. What if I can make it bigger? There's somewhere else I can put it. I don't want it to block anybody. Let's put it up here. Let's put our little scoreboard up here in the corner. This isn't YouTube? Yes, it is. I'm here. This is me on YouTube. Marcos did lie. I remember the one that Marcos guessed, and it definitely did lie. He definitely did lie on it. All right, let's start. It's the only game show that takes a year to finish. So like everyone here right now that's like, I want Thomas to win. Watch all my videos for a year and eventually you'll find out. Guys, that's you. You did it. You watched all the videos for a year. Now we're going to find out. Everyone wanted Thomas to win that day. What's up, everyone? And welcome to Toku Predictions Geats.
I am Keza Henshin.
Hold on. What's going on in chat right now? Why is this so big? Where's my alerts? That one? Shrink you guys down to size a little bit. Yeah? No, I think your size is fine. Your size is fine. I think you just need to be down there a bit. There we go. I was like, why is chat so high up here? I'm so confused. All right.
I'm kind of a baby of the group.
That's not true at all. The baby of the group, Thomas Jujubee.
Hello, hi everyone. I'm Thomas Jujubee. I make YouTube videos sometimes on Kamen Rider Geats.
The Grandpa Satsu of our quartet, Marco Satsu.
You darn kids.
GM writers definitely count. I think we have to count the GMs separately. Show me your shirt. I want to see the graphic. It's the same as the Kamen Rider shirt you guys keep asking about. It's just all the Sentai instead. Samesies, same thing. Yay! There it is.
So I wanted to keep this a secret. I literally finished watching Geats like 2 minutes before it started. So.
He watched Geats episode 1 in front of us in 2 times speed. We got Marcos's reaction as we were like setting up to go live. We're sitting there talking and he goes, "Whoa, Whoa!
Oh my god!
He died!
That's literally how it went. I should have had another one of these.
For everyone in the chat telling me that I'm only gonna get 3 points this time, 1, get fucked. 2, this is one of my favorite streams of the year because this is Toku Predictions Geats. Basically, I got 3 of my favorite content creators editing back in the day. Come on my stream and just ramble with me for about an hour about what we think is going to happen in the newest season of Kamen Rider. Just to explain how this
think
works
Marcos
for anyone
even
that hasn't
finished
seen
Geats?
Toku
No
Predictions
shot.
before. Round 1 is Reiwa traditions. All yes and no questions. 5 questions each equaling 1 point apiece. No matter what you say, doesn't matter. All that matters is the yes and the no. If you want to expand on it, you can. Those just don't count towards your points. Question number 1. Will the
think I got
final
more than
boss
3 points
of
last
the
time.
season be beaten by entry forms? Did not happen, by the way. Answer number 1 is no. Also, if one more person tells me Geats' base form is the entry form, I will kill myself. Because Geats' base form is Magnum Boost.
Interesting. Yes.
I genuinely did not even think about that until you said it, but I'm gonna say no.
And I feel like I'm the most pressured to like get a lot of this right since I am like the history of Kamen Rider guy. So I will say yes, there will be an entry form finale.
I will say yes as well. Just Thomas, the only person on the board. Thomas has 1 point. The only person, oops. The only person that said no. Based off of like Xade.
That's what I was thinking, but that's not the final battle because they beat Game Dias Cronus and then it just kicks normal Cronus out, and then they have the whole battle with normal Cronus.
Oh, I'm still gonna say yes. Question number 2. Will the final boss be one of the riders that we've met in the first episode? Is the flashback of Sewell in the first episode? It's not. Because we don't know about the goddess of creation and stuff yet.
Gonna go out on a limb and say no, that it won't be a rider that was introduced already.
I'm gonna say yes. I have an idea of what the finale would be. I will not elaborate right now.
I have a theory, same as Thomas, that will come later on. Hopefully you're not thinking of the same thing, otherwise my
We
theory's gone.
probably are thinking the same thing.
I think it will be one of the riders from the beginning episode.
I think it will be one of the riders from the... Damn it! Why? Why do I keep guessing them wrong? Straight up. All right, that was... Marcos gets the point? And nobody else. First episode as well. I think everyone
We don't
and
know
their
Sewell
mother
exists
on
until
Twitter
halfway
has
through.
that
Damn it.
theory that you guys are talking
Yeah.
about, which is I've wanted since 01. Like, I'm crossing my fingers every season. Question number 3. Will the secondary rider have a blue final form?
I'm gonna say
Answer is no.
because that would require them to change his ID core, which they could do.
Which they did
but
anyways,
that feels
Thomas.
like too much work.
I'm also gonna say no, if only because the colors would clash, and I think they learned from Beast Hyper and Meteor Storm that certain colors are just really ugly with blue, so...
I think no, I don't think they will. I think they will stick with the green.
You know what? I'll say no as well. Just, let's go! Give me a point on the board, baby! Point for everyone! That's 1 for Keza, 1 for Hawk, 2 for Marcos, and 2 for Thomas. If Marcos wins this, I'm not gonna be happy. I just want to throw this out there. He knows why. He has a blue super form? Are you talking about Command Twin? Marcos was unaware of Thundergale. To not get behind in points this early. Question number 4. Will Ace get a form that he himself is not in control of in quarter 3? Didn't happen, right? He doesn't even get a form that he's not in control of. He's in control of all of them.
I'm gonna say no. That might be wrong, but I'm gonna say no.
I'm on the fence with this because it feels like the kind of season they wouldn't do something like that. Like, I don't know, it doesn't really fit. But I can also see them doing something with a buckle that Tycoon goes into, or Buffa, and then when he revolves on, now the other person's in control? I'm gonna say yes, because now I've convinced myself by saying that.
I'm definitely gonna say yes, but it might not be what we expect. If anything, I'm thinking maybe he's controlled by like a mastermind of the game or something instead of like losing control himself.
I'm gonna say yes. I was thinking the same thing Marcos was, but I also think there's just like
Kez is the only
some
person
kind
with a
of
point.
I don't think Mark II counts because, yeah, he wasn't not in control of himself. It wasn't like a berserk form. Thomas was really wrong. It wasn't a berserk form. He's just like gets really seepy. So Mark II don't count. Mark III definitely don't count. We don't know a damn thing about Mark III at all. And Mark II, he just gets real seepy. So Mark II Fox form. Yeah, I get it. But that's not a berserk form. Like, he's in control of it. He just gets seepy. Mark II is just a bad hangover. Yeah, exactly. He just wasn't strong enough for it. A buckle that makes you lose control. The last question of the round is, will the final battle villain be redeemed by the end of the... No, didn't happen this time. Ooh, the Reiwa era breaking some traditions here this season.
I have an idea what they'll do for the final battle, so I think they would have to redeem the final boss, given what that is, so I'm gonna say yes.
I believe people are thinking redeemed final bosses are like a common thing, but I don't think they are, as far as I remember. So I'm gonna
Literally just every Reiwa season so far. No biggie. This is the only one that hasn't redeemed its final boss. Good on you, Marcos.
say no. F you, Thomas.
I think they will get redeemed.
I think of this category, this is the most prominent Reiwa tradition so far. So I'm gonna say yes.
Dang.
Didn't get the memo.
I can't be this far back already. We've gone through 5 questions. I've got 1 point.
Did you?
Keza!
Y'all ready for the second round of the game?
I feel like I've already lost.
This one is all about the numbers, and for Geats specifically, this is
You
where
said
it's going to
Geats
get
and
spicy.
Tycoon never
So
really happened?
Each question is worth 3 points since it is numbers. If you get the exact number, you get all 3 points. If you're within 1 point, you get 2 points. If you're within 2 numbers, then you get 1 point, and so on and so forth.
Does that make sense to everyone? Good.
This is rough. The
And it's
first
making me-
question for this round.
That first round made me realize how hard putting together Toku predictions for Gotchard next Thursday is going to be, which will be back on Twitch, by the way. Toku predictions Gotchard next Thursday on Twitch. 3 new contestants. I will announce them during the week on the social media and in the Discord. Did you get points for the last one? Yeah, the only person that got it was Marcos. And this is going to be very specific. How many riders do we get this season? They have to be seen and they have to be named. It's got to be in-suit rider, because we do see like everyone at the beginning of or at the end of the first episode too.
I'm thinking
All right. Suited and named. Here are the rules, guys. Ready? Suited, named, and the GM riders all count as different people. Okay? So different glares, different gazers, whatever, all count as different people. I don't need to know troopers. None of the troopers are named. I need a solid answer. I can go to the Rider Wiki and see what it says there. But I'd rather you guys just be sure of it. Don't say like 36. I need like a boom. Mentioned in the story count? No. They need to be shown in suit, named, and counted differently between them.
2 of the troopers are named. Well, fuck. Then those troopers count then. Let's see. Kamen Riders. This is the one I was least looking forward to. Scroll down. All right. Here we go. We're going to go down this list and we'll see if anyone... The Jamato Riders is what I don't know if I should count. You guys tell me. Do we count the Jamato Riders as one or do we not count them as at all? And it has to be main series. No, not the spin-offs, not the movie, main series ones. Okay? So like in that instance, what's his name? The power builder dude wouldn't count. I forgot his name. Reiwa and Vice wouldn't count. No. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Who the hell is this? Oh. Yeah. Damn it, I lost count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. What? Uh, 18. No, they don't count. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. I'm debating. What is the End Rider? Who are these people? You can help me out. Thomas, where you at? Thomas said I think Jamato counts as one. Okay, if we count Jamato as one. I'm like I'm like going down this line. I was like, who's Brayley? Who are these people? The Black Riders from the last 2 episodes? Movie special exclusive. They're out. Seeker is the one I forgot his name. Debatable riders. No. Premium Kecker and Premium Baroba are not riders. End Riders were the one in the last game at 48. Oh, okay. Togechi doesn't count if Ben and John don't count. Okay, gotcha. Brayley was the back. Oh. Okay, cool. All right, so Togechi doesn't count. Ben and John don't count. Jamato Riders is 1. Even the GM Jamato Rider. Supporters do count. Yeah, they're still riders. Cross Geats doesn't count because it doesn't say his name in the series. The same reason why Seeker doesn't count, but like Seeker wasn't in the series. All right, recounting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. 35. Are we all okay with 35? I skipped the... GM Jamato Rider, but I got the Jamato Rider up here. So I'm counting them as 1. But are we all okay with 35? Did you count Glare twice? Yeah, I counted Glare for Chirami and Baroba. Soul and Baroba had 2 suits each. Yes, and I'm counting them as separate. Like, counting them as all different riders. -2, the N riders don't count. Do we think the N riders don't count? Because they're not named, right? Okay, so -2. So 33 then. I can go with 33. I'm good with 33. Gotchard has to have at least one form based on the Philosopher's Stone, probably the final form. Yeah, it was always going to be the most riders in a series. Oh, the End Riders do count because they were named. End Riders count as 1. I'll accept End Riders count as 1. Yeah, okay, so 34. 34. What about the Riders that killed Buffa's friend? Literally never named. Literally just a plot point that they dropped. It was never mentioned again. Ugh. All right, 34 is what we're going with. We also got a Cross Geats cameo in the show as well. Yes, but he's not named, which is sad. But like, it will come into predictions later, trust me. 34 is what we're going with. Final answer. All right.
Like
This season, they have to be seen and they have to be named. It's got to be in suit rider because we do see like everyone at the beginning of or at the end of the first episode too.
I'm thinking like 23 or
0 points for Thomas.
something. I'm thinking their whole thing is we're gonna repaint the same like 10 suits over and over. So I'm gonna go down to 21 just to be
Oh,
safe.
sure
I
went
don't
up.
have like the 34
Yo.
and go 34,
would be
but that's like right at the very. That's a bit of a jump. We'll go with 34.
Holy shit, Keza. Claps in chat for Keza. At 34. Let's go. Just dead on. That's 2 points because we went with 35. 2 points, Keza. Let's go. Mr. Satsu.
It's Grandpa Satsu. I was thinking something similar to Keza, where maybe in like the last arc or something, I almost feel certain there's gonna be a shot of where we see like 30 riders side by side, and you know they're gonna be like photoshopped in. It's
Would've
not
been
gonna be,
way
like, actual
cooler.
physical suits next
Didn't
to each
happen.
other. But I feel like there's gonna be this large group of riders, and then those names we saw in the beginning of episode 1 with the Desire Grand Prix stuff. I feel like those names will be connected to those Kamen Riders or something. Yeah, I'll say 34. Wait, did Keza say 34?
I said 34.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna go with 35.
Right. Shh. Marco's dead on all 3 points. I hate how spot on he is. Changed my mind. I want Keza to win now just because of how crazy that prediction was. Keza's like on it with this stuff, guys. She has, if you guys watch her channel, she does theories all the time, and it's like, that's actually really close to what happened. And there's like there's one in this that I remember that's really close to, it was not even that. She gets closer, don't worry. Price is right at her.
Cheeky.
I'm gonna go with 27 because I counted all the people in that shot when they got transported, and I was like, "There's 27 people here. Hopefully, this is it."
I like to be optimistic.
Question number 2: how many drivers do we get this season?
30.
All right, easy. Desire driver. The Zillion. The Vision, and the gun thing. I forgot what the gun thing is called. The Shot Riser. No, that's the 011. You guys know what I'm talking about. The Laser Rays Riser. 4 is the answer. Marcos being in the lead is the worst possible outcome of this whole thing. Because I'm going to have to hear about it for the rest of my life. All right, 4 drivers.
6.
Drivers?
No. No. I was adding another one onto yours,
I'm not
Marcos.
buying
Don't worry.
the
All pretty
I
bad.
think-
35 of them.
I'm out.
The thing is, with each rider, there will be a driver, right?
No, Desire driver is 1.
Oh, okay, sorry. I thought you meant a driver for each of them, because I was just like, that's already 7. That's a lot of drivers already. Okay. 4, No, three. Go
Oh,
with three.
she was so
My
close.
final answer.
She was so close, but she still gets 2 points. Kaz up to 4. I hope so.
Kaza, you are so optimistic. Revice sold a lot of belts. Toei made a lot of money with those belts. They are not gonna stop. I'm gonna go with 5.
I'm going with
Marcos 2 points. Oops. He's at 6, right? What did he just have? Oh no. Yeah, he had 6. So Keza up to 4, Marcos up to 8. There we go.
4. It feels like the
Thomas spot on. Thomas up to 5.
show we'd only get the Desire Driver, but then it's Toei and Bandai.
Yeah, it's so set up to where it could just be the Desire Driver, and I would love it. If we got 100 race buckles and just the Desire Driver, I'd be totally cool with it. I hate it. I want you all to know that I don't want this, but I'm gonna go with 7, sadly. Are you guys looking at this? Do you understand what's happening here? Do you see the scoreboard? Do you do you understand what's happening here? I need more than 1 point. I don't do this. Okay, so I'll get like, I'm pulling back the curtain a little bit. Most of these things try to make fun of myself a bit. Try to be like, hey guys, it's okay if I lose. This one, I try. Toku predictions, I try so hard. And I don't know why it ends up like this every single time. Oops. Where did I move? Oh no, I don't know what that is. Oh, that's the sponsor thing. Never mind. Where did my... There we go. Pull you guys back up there. Lowest score wins. Let's go. Number 3 should be pretty straightforward. How many episodes are we getting this season? 49 is the answer.
Ooh, so episode counts are one of my favorite things ever. And I say that super sarcastically. I don't have a sarcastic voice. I'm going to go with the average and say 48. I think 48 is a safe number.
1 off. All right, Marcos, 2 points up to 10. I cannot believe how far ahead he is.
I'm gonna go in like the middle and say like 47.
1 point for Thomas. Oop.
Because I feel, he's already written 2 things that are both like 2 somewhat opposite sides of the spectrum, so.
I'm gonna go with 50.
2 points for Keza. Please say 49. God, just do it. I think we are getting 48. Oh, let's go. 2 points. Back up to 3, baby. We're doing it. We're doing it. I think we only did 50 for Revice because it was the 50th anniversary, yeah.
You know they didn't want 50.
Yeah, for sure. Next question. Kind of weird, but it's a Reiwa thing. How many main rider final forms do we get? 1, right? We just got do we count Mark 3 as a final form? That's what I'm saying. I'm asking you guys, do we count Boost Mark 3 as a final form? In let me explain to you. In this instance, so like we were counting like Arc 0 as one of Aruto's final forms. We were counting obviously Ultimate Revice as 2. Saber had like 4 because he did the different things with the books for his. And those were all different final forms. So does Mark 3 count as a final form or just Mark 9? Oneness doesn't count, no. 02, yes, is like the actual final form. No, I'll count it like Maximum IDX. See, there you go. There's another one, Maximum IDX. Microsoft Defender did not find any viruses on your computer. Great. This is not the time I need to know this. Mark III is the unfinished version, but so is like Maximum IDX though. The form was shown twice for less than 30 seconds. All right. Geats has one. I don't know if I could do polls on YouTube. I don't know how. All right, Geats has one final form. Saber has like Cross Saber, and then he has the book combinations for Cross Saber. And then Revice has Ultimate Revi and Ultimate Vice. Thomas.
2. I can see them doing.
Thomas has 2. That's 2 points. God damn it. 8.
Some random whatever, if it's like a buckle or 2 buckles, and then they'll do it like the revolve on. They'll do the revolve on a bunch for that form. So I'm thinking only 2. Although I could see them doing 4 if they do like 2 final form buckles, but we're going with 2.
I'm also gonna go with 2. As much as I don't want to have a same answer, I think it just makes the most sense.
Up to
Are you
12.
copying me?
I haven't brought this up actually, but I think it's quite relevant. You know,
I remember this.
Kitsunes have like the 9
Ready?
tails.
You're gonna say 9 final forms right now?
Me being that optimism who really likes meanings, and because this is such a show about like fates and fortunes, 9-tailed fox, 9-tailed kitsune, there must be 9 forms.
Because it says 9 forms. I love it. Love it. No, they were just 9 tails. They're not all 9 forms.
There must be 9 things that I don't know.
I'm starting to think maybe Kez is the one who came up with the number theory.
I'm gonna stick to my guns, and we're gonna go with 9. How about that?
We did it, guys. We fucking scammed her. We gotta get Thomas and Marcos now. I'm gonna say 3. How many? God damn it. That's 1 point for me. Oops. I keep doing that. How many times will Tycoon and Ace fight? All right, this is the one that I'm going to have trouble with. I already figured this. Is it 1? Is it 1 when it's Geats 9 and Bujin's sword? Or are there other times you could think of that was like a full-on standoff, Ace versus Tycoon, Ideal versus Ideal? Oh, actually, Command I do remember. So it's 2. Because the Command Twin I would definitely count. Yeah, all right. The answer's 2. That's crazy. All right. Right.
4.
I'm going with
Because it says 4. 8 points. No. 7 points.
like, I guess 3.
Close. Very close, Thomas. 2 points. Catching up.
Because they'll probably do one soon, and then they'll do like one when they both have final forms, and then they'll do like one last one probably.
Dang, I was also gonna guess 3. So I'm gonna go with something different. Main series, right? Like not even movies or
Not
stuff.
novelizations, not
many
movies.
times-
I say novelizations because Marcos hit me up and goes, "Hey, do you
Yes,
want to play?"
but that was also like a real
And then when
fight.
he finds out the, especially to Ace. Sorry, I was replying to weren't they only fighting Trick Gyori? Especially because Ace thought it was a real fight. That was a real fight. Answer, he's like, actually, in the novelization, X8 has been into space. I was like, what?
Wow, fake fan hasn't read the novel. Well, actually, Hawk, in the upcoming Chinese manga of Kamen Rider Geats, Geats does in fact have.
Okay, but how many times does Geats fight Tycoon?
Well, in the novel, I said 4. I'm gonna say 4.
I'm gonna say, Thomas or Marcus is 4. That's 1 point to 13, and I think I said 3.
Oh
It's just
my.
2 points. Let's go up to 6. We're getting there, baby. We're almost caught up to Keza. It's just a
gosh.
safe, comfortable number. How many main cast deaths do we get? Marcos. Main cast deaths. Where did this go? All right. Ace is 1. Does retired counts? No, I think just death counts. What do we count as main cast? This is the problem with this question. I need to phrase this differently. What is main cast? Is it any of these? Because nobody really died that's not a rider, right? Yeah, let's go with all of these. Ace has died multiple times. Correct. He died twice. Just characters that are around for more than 3 episodes. All right, so Ace, and we'll talk about whether to count him as twice later. Ace died, but not Buffa. I guess Buffa doesn't count because he just went to the garden. Kaywood died? What are you talking about? Kaywood died twice? When did Kaywood die? Why does everyone die twice in this? Oh, I guess, yeah, Kaywood did die. Kaywood fell down the hole, right? Okay, so Ace, Kaywood, baby Neon, but not Neon. Buffa didn't die. Doesn't count. Buffa died confirmed? When did Buffa die? It's Geats, Tycoon, Buffa, and Nago for the main crew, and Punk Jack, Nod Sparrow for the supporting writers. Okay, so 4, 6, so just everyone dies then. So 6. Giori is 7. Niram is 8. 9, 10. 11. Kekara. I don't count Jit as dying, and I don't count Sewell in main, like the main cast. So I'm going to say 11. I'm going to say 11, and we won't count how many times they die. We will just count they died. Oh, Kaywa's sister, you're right, 12. I definitely count Kaywa's sister. So 12. Yeah, I'm not counting Jit at all. I counted Baroba. Do you count Archimedes? Yeah, okay. Archimedes 13. Counted Vice, we gotta count these guys. All right, so the answer is 13. Final answer, 13. So it was definitely just the final boss. That's why I'm not counting him. A complete afterthought. Since you've read the novelization already.
Are we counting if they get revived?
Yes.
I'm saying 5.
4. I think I'm playing it very safe saying that.
9.
Just to let everyone know, Revice, the show not about a death game, had 12. So I'm gonna go with. So I'm gonna go with.
I want to change my answer.
I'm gonna go with 16 right off the bat, but yeah. Damn, I'm just 3 away. Archimedes isn't a rider. It's not riders. It's just main cast people. We counted win already. Yes. Yes, Keza, you can change your answer.
Marcus, do you want to get first?
Honestly, one of the main things going through my head was, oh, it's a kid show. You know, I don't think that many people are gonna die. And then you say revise, 20. I'm gonna say 20.
And say 34.
Thomas, you keeping your 34.
I'm actually gonna bump up to 12 as well because I remembered Revise had it.
Hey, there you go. Thomas gets 2 points. He's 1 away. We're closing in.
Abnormally high one, but
Yep.
I didn't remember it was that high, so I'm just gonna match it. Did you say your prediction?
Yeah, 16.
Oh,
Yeah, and then we changed ours. And
Yeah.
then
I was
then
keeping
when
that
Chaos
ace up my
hit-
sleeve, and then you were all like, I want to change my answers too. Are you ready for the last round? No, Ben and John aren't characters enough.
Can I write mine first?
I'll do this spiel and explain what this round is while you
Let's
write your
go.
stuff
All
down.
right, here's the
I
good
only have
stuff.
mine
Here's the
noted.
stuff we
He just watched
actually
the
help
episode.
with.
He has no idea what he was
Oh,
guessing.
yeah, true.
This round is where we get a little crazy with it. Basically, everyone can give their own predictions, as wild, as crazy, or as specific as you want. All these predictions are worth 5 points apiece. There is a caveat to this round that any one of these contestants and myself can bet against your prediction. And if you bet against your prediction,
no.
then you get the 5 points if you are correct. But if you don't get it right, then it is minus 5 points.
Oh, is this where you lost all your points then?
We're not talking about that, Kevin. The one thing I haven't told the 3 of these dudes, plus Keza, is that their first prediction is not their own. The first prediction is going to come from all of you, because this week on Twitter and YouTube, I said,
Doing this
hey,
again, by the way, because I really like
give
this.
me your predictions for Kamen Rider Geats. You can either go with the prediction or you can bet against the prediction.
Oh, okay. I
you will
thought that
also
was
lose
mine. Okay.
5 points for it if you were wrong. Earlier this morning, I had them all roll a number 1 through 10 on Google.
Oh,
and
no!
Keza got the first one. The highest number. So give me a number 1 through 4. I have 4 different predictions that I picked out from our lovely audience.
I don't remember what these are
Choose
at
me.
all.
Give me a good number.
Oh.
Okay, we're gonna go with number 2 because everyone's going number 2. So I choose number.
This is how I
2.
come back. Fingers
Prediction
crossed.
number 2 from our audience is from Garasword on YouTube, and it is
Please be
Buffa
a good
dies on Christmas and Sakurai becomes Michi 2.0.
Who's Michi? Sorry.
No!
I don't know who that is.
Michi is a character from Gaim,
Ah,
completely
yes,
rogue for
yes.
a girl.
No, I remember. I remember. It's been a while since I watched Gaim. I'm so sorry. Everyone got so angry with me for a second.
Did Buffa die on
Bet
Christmas?
against.
Thomas.
Wait, did Buffa die on Christmas? This was true, yeah.
Most of you seem to say that half of it's true, so we'll only take away 2 points. We'll only take away 2 points. We'll bring it back down to 5. He's the Christmas dad. That's insane. I really don't want to do 0.5 points. Revealed not to be dead on the Christmas one. Yeah? Yeah, I'll take it.
Four.
Prediction number 4 is from Loudon on YouTube, and it is after meeting Neon and Sakurai in episode 1, Geats wished for the two to become players.
This is
That's
not
very
true.
interesting. I actually really like that.
It is a little smart for Kamen
I'm
Rider.
very torn. Yeah, like I really like that. I don't see them doing that. That's where I'm stuck at. I'm gonna say no.
5 points for Thomas, bringing him up to 17. Marcos.
Just for that, Chad, I'm gonna go against you and I'm gonna choose number 3.
And it is from Captain Duck on Twitter. It is one of the main guys will be in a boys love drama before Geats ends.
Does this happen? One of you in chat has to know. Is somebody in Geats already in a BL? Does somebody get cast yet? Is it true? Who is it? Buffalo was in a straight drama. Straight drama doesn't count. Gotta be a BL. Gotta be a gay love. I need info.
It was before, but was it before Geats ended? Yeah, it ended this week. Geats is basically a BL. Is the Buffa thing a BL? Here, let me see. Twitter.com. And I'm not going to full screen this for you guys because I don't know what's going to pop up, but I'm literally just going to type in Buffa BL. Toru. Buffa's homie. Tycoon this, Buffa that. Yeah, but who will be the next Geats to BL after Toru? Which isn't a main guy, so I wouldn't say yes, per se. Geats is basically a BL. Yes, Geats is a BL. Geats is not a BL. If Kawa is in a BL, Tycoon BL. I'm just searching the easiest things to get me banned off of YouTube. Yeah, Tycoon's too normal of a phrase. He was on screen for 2 minutes. Kawa doesn't have any future projects yet. Yeah, it doesn't sound like there is somebody that's in a BL. So this would be false.
How often does that happen, though?
I'll say yes, because Geats is a boys' love drama.
When Ace
He's fucking wrong. Geats is not a boys' love drama. Marcos, -5 points. Bringing you down to 8.
said, "Oh, you're single, I still have a chance," he wasn't talking about Neon.
He was looking past her. And I get the last option, which is from
right.
Big Table on Twitter. It says, the DGP has been happening for centuries, going back to at least Roman times, which is why Geats has the Caesar coin. Ace has won every single Desire Grand Prix and has kept resetting so he can live forever. I really like it, which is why I put it in here. So I'm going to go with it. All right. Half points, right? Like, Ace has won every single DGP and has kept resetting it so he can relive forever. Wrong. But the first part, correct. 2 points for me. I'm in front of someone. I'm caught up. Let's go. Check the Discord, you rat. Okay, well, name calling isn't going to get you anywhere. Let's see. Let's pop in the Discord. Pop in the Discord. I'm going to show you guys my full-on messages. The summer drama to watch. Sato Ryuji, Midsummer Boys are second-year high school students with the image of Yankees. What does that mean? What does the image of Yankees mean? I guess somebody is in a BL. I guess somebody is in a BL. So, Marcos, not only up to 13, but 5 more on top of that, up to 18. There you go. Who's Sato Ryuji? It's Keiwa, right? Sato Ryuji. Oh wait, no. This is Oh, it's Jit? It's Jit, guys. This one is Jit. So also not a main person. Because we didn't even count his death. right, you each get 3 predictions, as crazy and out there or as general as you would like. Keza, since you rolled the highest, we will start with you.
There's a bit of explanation, so let me just go through. Geats or Ace is not going to
Okay,
be
buckle
the
up,
hero
guys.
we
Ready?
think he is. I think he's going to be a bit more of a tyrannical dictator, like Caesar. The coin in his hand that we see, it's the first thing we see, other than the waves at the beginning of the episode, is the Caesar coin. It's flipped in slow motion, caught, and then Sumeri comes in. I think that he's been winning a lot, and he's turned into a bit of a tyrannical dictator, and Buffer is trying to release us or release the town from whatever this game is. That's why Buffer's so keen on winning instead of Geats, so he could break the cycle.
Does anyone want to bet against that?
Oh,
Sorry.
All right, so what we came down to is Geats is the tyrannical dictator that Buffa is trying to save the town from.
no.
I don't want to bet
I agree with
against
Mark.
it.
Thomas, your first prediction. Nobody's betting against it, but it's also not right. So she doesn't lose points, she just doesn't gain points.
How many of you seen SSSS Gridman? So in that show, when I finished watching the first episode of Geats and the whole world repairs itself, the first thing I thought of was how SSSS Gridman did the exact same thing. Not as like visually interesting, but it also repairs itself at the end of each episode. I'm gonna just take that concept, what the reason that happens in that show, and apply it to here and say I think that this entire universe world is fake. It's not real. It's all like a digital world or something.
Anyone betting against it?
Wow.
Marcos is taking the bet against it.
Marcos, when this is right, I'm gonna comment on history of Kamen Rider.
Marcos, when this is right, I'm gonna comment on history of Kamen Rider. That is what he said. Marcos gets 5 points, bringing him up to 13, but he also takes those 5 points from Thomas, bringing Thomas down to 12. Marcos is once again in the lead with 13 points. Marcos, your prediction.
I want to preface this by saying, so I'd like to think I'm known to be like this really serious analytical guy in like my hours and hours and hours of worth of History of Kamen Rider videos and like all this content. But in actuality, I meme a lot. I am not creative. I just talk about what I see, and somehow I get a lot of these views, right? So with that out of the way, my very first prediction right here for Kamen Rider Geats is Ace confesses his love to Keiwa.
Look at how happy Keza is. This is just pure British enjoyment, isn't it? Isn't it? In. Didn't happen. So no.
Thank you, Kaza.
I will take the bet against it.
I want to because I don't see it happening, but I want it to happen,
Yeah,
so I'm
I want it to happen!
I'm gonna allow it.
Everyone's like, ugh, Hawk's homophobic. He bet against the point. Let's go! Give me them points! 13! Get to 8! Hawk is in the lead, baby! Let's go! This has never happened before in the history of Toku predictions. Let's go! Boys love. We did it! Video over! Stream over! Mine first one for this round is that Keiwa, Kamen Rider Tycoon, will lose/die and get a power up that revives him. Didn't happen. Damn. Homophobia. The homophobia sweep is strong.
I'm betting against that immediately.
I'm gonna bet against it as well.
Marcos,
I'm gonna
Thomas,
go against.
and okay, just everyone versus motherfuckers. 8, 10, 13, 17, I fucking had a moment, guys. I had a solid moment. This is me. That's fine.
Sorry, I'm so sorry, Hawk. I'm so sorry.
I either get negative points for this or I'm winning the whole thing. Marcos, your next prediction.
While I procrastinate and think of a second question,
You only wrote that one down?
okay, I thought of a question.
I don't need a question. I need a prediction.
I mean, prediction. Buffa does a Fortnite dance.
You should just change it to anyone does a Fortnite dance because you're.
I'm specifically saying Buffa because I want to see that ginormous suit just like floss or something.
Wrong. Gazer did do a Fortnite dance. Gazer 2 did not do a Fortnite, or did do a Fortnite dance. Buffa did not. Yes, the worm counts.
Just a random question. What dance would you like to see him do?
Oh man, so I've always been a huge fan of just the default dance. Like I even learned how to do it in real life.
Sorry.
But
Let's see it, Marcus. Go ahead.
I was just
Go
saying,
ahead,
we need an
Marcos.
example.
So, look, it's so small. Like I'm like right here. See?
That's fine. I'll go. Number 1 victory royale. Yeah, Fortnite. We about to get down. Get
There you go,
down.
we did it. I can honestly see Buffa doing this.
I am gonna go against that.
Wow, Keza, I thought we had something going.
Guys, I think Keza's winning. Because I know what her last one is. Marcus back down to 8. Keza up to 15.
Here.
Okay, we played Fortnite one time.
I'm gonna.
I
bet
just
against
really-
it as well.
I want it to happen, so I won't bet against it. So you dumb motherfucker. All right, Thomas is up to 22. 2 taking the bet
Let's
against
go.
Buffa doing a Fortnite dance. Royan in chat says, I can see Ace throwing it back, actually. Cool.
So this is my favorite one. I think that we're gonna get Genmu the President's 3 during
no.
Geats' run, and it's gonna be a Geats tie-in. That's how vague I'm getting. I don't know who's gonna show up in it, but I think at some point they're gonna somehow Geats is gonna tie into that, be referenced, something like that.
Is anyone betting against it?
I am because like I see the idea, but I don't think they would choose Getting Presidents 3, the third one in the a series.
This is fucking wild that Marco says this because Outsiders is the President's 3. And they chose to tie it into every other series.
To tie into the main series. Like if they had a whole separate special that wasn't part of Getting Presidents, I can see that, but not like the third one. And mostly because I don't want to see it.
So just one bet against it with Marcos. Thomas back down to 17. Marcos back up to 13. Outsiders is not President's 3. Yeah. Sadly, it doesn't tie into Geats at all, so. Keza, what is your prediction?
I think that there could be an element of time travel or confusion of time because obviously with each
It is fucking insane. I want you guys to understand why we did this, okay? So, Sunday we get subs for the first episode of Geats, which has like that first round finishing, everything resetting and everything. We don't figure out that everyone is from the future until episode 16. 16 weeks later is when we find out about time travel. And Keza says this the Thursday after, 4 days after seeing the first episode.
episode, oh sorry, not with each episode, with each day where there's been a battle, it gets reset, but people's memories can get altered here. So when Keiwa wakes up, he's like, what was that? And then forgets it completely. And he's just like, oh, well.
Oh, 23? Does it not get confirmed when they reveal like the audience? 23 weeks later, they're just like, let's make sure Keza wins this.
But I think like situations change. Time probably is really different to what they expect it to be. Because if you could forget what happened the day before, you could probably forget a whole week. You could probably forget a whole month. And I think that's like a really interesting concept. So I don't think time is as clear as it seems.
I'm betting against it because you bet against mine.
All right, one. Geats will deal with time shenanigans. Keza, 20 points. Marcos, 8. Person bets against it. Marcos. My second prediction is that we will see more than 2 Desire Grand Prix take place during the season. We're on the second one already. I think
I'm not betting against that. I think they're gonna do like one every arc.
I'm just gonna say we get more than
Let's
2.
go for
I'm not gonna
easy
guess that.
easy
It
ones.
makes sense.
Let's go.
I'm going against it.
God damn it.
I'm kidding. I actually think that makes the most sense.
Marcos, let's go for easy ones. Sliding in there. Keza should get 6. What is your third and final prediction?
Okay, you guys are gonna have to strap in for this one. So I have 2, but I think I'm gonna go with the most out
I
there.
don't remember
one
if we
that
bet against
I know
this.
all 3 of you guys are gonna vote against. I, Marco Satsu, will appear in Geats.
God damn it.
Okay,
Just imagine he actually has to sign contract and he actually is in it.
That's
He
not
has
even what's
no
gonna
idea.
happen. Geats is gonna pull a saber ending
I was-
and be
I
like
was gonna say
sending
that.
stuff.
he's gonna be in it.
Maybe I will appear in Geats in a way that you don't expect. Not as a main character or anything,
Didn't
you know,
happen.
maybe just in the
Right.
back or something.
I hate this fool so much.
Let's go.
If you actually got in there, that's so freaking cool.
I want to point out that this, at the time this happened, the reason this is like even plausible at the time we recorded this is because Team Rider was so like gung-ho going. They're like, we're going to do all the Geats toys. Ba, 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 ba. Here we go. Team Rider, we're the best. And Marcos is like cool with Team Rider. That's the only reason any of us like second guess this. Yeah, we're not betting against it because we love you and we want it to happen. Damn, no, none of us bet against it. We just let it go.
We want that to happen. Yeah.
We want to support you in your endeavors.
Start a hashtag, please.
Thomas, your third
no.
and final prediction.
The final form item for Geats will be some weird
You ready, guys?
buckle that has a core ID like built into it. Here's the toy. Pretend this is a final form, and I think it's gonna be like you take a buckle and you stick it on here, and it has a core built into it, and then you can rotate it around and then
Ooh.
slot it in. Either way, I think it's gonna be like a weird ID core buckle fusion for his final form.
Anyone betting against it?
I am.
I'll bet against it as well.
I just wanted to point out that I predicted Cross Saber.
I think it's going to be an entirely new belt for the final form.
I'm not going against it either.
Keza, you're not against it, you said?
No. Now that Marcus isn't going against it.
All right, so me and... What a stupid idiot I am. Why am I so bad at this game? Thomas, up to 22. Keza, down to 15. Me, down to 8. The last prediction is what it came down to.
Yes.
Against it. My final
Or no,
prediction.
sorry, second to
I'm going to
last.
say that Neon will fall in love with Ace by the end of the season.
I will go against.
Wow. Okay.
I am also
I'm
going to bet
sorry.
against it because we haven't gotten an actual romance in Kamen Rider since, I mean, Revice, but that's like Toei being like, look how gay these two women are.
Let's post it all over our Instagram.
They literally
They're
posted
sisters.
Happy Pride, Love is Love, and the two of them are next to each other like this.
Against me is Thomas and
All of
Keza.
us.
Oh, Marcos too.
Oh, no, wait, no. I'm okay. So actually, I think there are romances in Kamen Rider. They're just not in your face, and I think this is a time where they can have the romance because if Ace is flirty, there's no possible way. There's not gonna be a romance, you know?
There
That is
wasn't.
the end of the game.
there
y'all.
wasn't,
Y'all got 3
Bryce.
predictions plus your. Your winner of Toku Predictions Geats is Thomas Jujubee, everyone.
Claps in chat. Claps in chat. How did I get 3 points again? This isn't... I can't plan this. It's literally a year ahead of time. My goal is to get more than 3 points. Dear God, how? How? I got dead last again. Marcus or Thomas, would you like to say anything? Do you want to jump on the Discord and say anything? Say any words to your fans in the crowd? I'll sit in the. Someone said Keza predicted time travel in Geats because she's British like Doctor Who. I'm glad I didn't lose, but I did is the problem. Or will you three-peat? 3 years of 3. Let's go. Keza didn't win, but at least Hawk ended up in dead last. I hate this. Why? Why do we do this? I should just cancel predictions next week. Next week on Twitch, twitch.tv/Achilles. Toku predictions Gotchard. I have 3 new contestants. Oh, hello, Thomas Jujubee.
Hello, everyone. I'd like to thank my friends and family for all their support for this amazing victory over mainly just Marcos. I'm just glad I beat Marcos. I just needed to beat Marcos because if Marcos won or beat me, he would never let us live it down. And he beat you, so he's never gonna let you.
If he won, he was also going to have to do History of Xaid.
That's also true. He's actually happy he lost.
Yeah.
Or no, he did. He's happy he didn't win, but he beat you, so he got the perfect sweet spot. This is where he wanted to be.
I'm
he
so
actually
mad.
won. You got how much did you get for Revice? I forgot.
3. I got the same score for Revice and Geats.
I think you should just try to get 3 for Gotchard. 3 in a row.
I'm gonna try to get 3 and I'll
years in a row.
absolutely win.
That's how you do it. Exactly. That's the plan. That's the goal.
What was your strategy in all this? Give me a Gotchard prediction to help out the folks next week.
I don't even know because I haven't been thinking about the show. I think that the 101st Kemi will be his dad. There you go. I just came up with that one. No idea if that's right.
Winner, Thomas Jujubee, everybody.
Wait, I put up a Twitter poll saying who would win. I want to see what it was.
I voted for Keza because I really thought it was gonna be Keza.
I thought it was gonna be Keza too because she did the time travel thing.
I
I
forgot.
thought I was gonna get cooked because I didn't predict the number of riders right. I was so off. I got 0 points.
I forgot the rider number that she got so good.
I didn't even know she got it on. All I remembered is I said like 20 something, and I already knew we were up to like 30. So I was like, I'm getting no points. That's all I knew. I
dead
didn't
wrong.
know she was just on it. My Twitter poll had me and Marcos tied, which is really interesting.
I think it was the same thing when
And then-
we asked before we did it.
Oh, I forgot we asked before we did it. I don't remember what they said.
All right, Thomas Jujubee, everybody. Claps in chat.
Yay!
Bye, Thomas. Good night.
Bye bye.
All right. Now going from Thomas Jujubee to stealing some of Thomas Jujubee's content. Let's pull up this Geats tier list video so I can give you guys my freaking my Geats character tier list. Thomas Jujubee. Thomas Jujubee, and then I'll tell you guys where Geats ranks for me at the end of this.
Oh,
I was gonna make the tier list maker, but then Thomas did this video too. So like tier list maker already made. Big hype. Presentation mode, because we don't like light mode. Boom. Let's take the gigantic score off. I don't need to see that anymore. Okay. I'm glad Thomas won, to be honest. Why can't you guys be happy if I won? Why can't you be happy for me? All right. S-A-B. Yeah, S, A, B, C, and F. There is no D's in Achilles tier lists. If Punk Jack isn't an A, I'm going to be disappointed. I am looking at this and I don't think I know some of these people. So we'll just figure it out as we go. Ace. I don't understand why you set it up like this, Thomas. Ace, our main writer, Kamen Rider Geats himself. Actual S tier, honestly. Like not memeing or anything. Actual S tier in the fact that he starts out as this protagonist that you're like, man, he knows everything. Kind of in the Tendo way. I've seen a lot of people compare Ace and Tendo, but the difference is that Tendo from Kabuto never really gets beaten down or like second guesses himself, and Ace does do that. Ace absolutely like gets beaten down, learns new things, gets caught off guard, and adapts to that, and then comes out on top, which I love. Ace, absolute S tier rider, one of my favorite main riders that we've gotten off of everything I've seen. Next up is Mary, I think, who was like friends with Keiwa at the beginning and then turned out to be like a weird gambler dick. Honestly, I think I liked Mary as like an introduction to what this game attracts. I like it. I like him, his story. Like, I'm going to put him in B, not because he's like this amazing character or anything. I just think he's a really good character to show like, hey, it's not just good and bad. Also, people can lie to you. Like, everyone's in this for themselves. I think that's really cool. And Mary just was like, hey, I'm friends with you. Psych, I'm a dick. And like, it was a good lesson for Keiwa to learn. Because he obviously didn't know it with, he didn't learn it with Ace. He's a good mini antagonist. Yeah, he's a really good mini, like, first antagonist. Who is this? I don't understand who this is, guys. This is F tier. I don't know her. Grandpa Dude, cool. And he traded places with Keiwa to be a writer, and I thought that was really cool. I liked his 2 episodes that he was in. Thought he was really, really nice. 4 episodes that he was in? Maybe 4. I don't know. I thought he had a story. C tier. Giori is S tier. Giori is like weirdly the GOAT. I can't put him in S tier. I'll put him in A tier. Giori is like weirdly the GOAT who was like such a good villain going in. And then he had like this dope scene in the movie. In the movie where he just all of a sudden was this like super dope hero, and the next episode canonically he's like the worst villain. I love Giori. I love him. I can't put him in S because I think there is someone above him on that side of things. But I'm going to put him in A tier because I thought he was a really good antagonist. Love that they used him to come back at the end to be like, this isn't what the DGP is supposed to be. Like, Giori came back and realized not only the error of his ways, but the fact that the DGP had gone so far into what he was doing when he got punished for it, for being wrong, that he's like, well, this is obviously wrong. And I thought it was amazing. Giori in the movie is fucking fire. He's like almost a different character. This is, I forgot her name. She's the runner girl. She's a runner. She's a track star. I liked her. She's B tier. She's a B tier. I liked her. I like her story with Nago, how they're like sisters. She has the dopest helmet in the show. I'll be honest. the dopest helmet out of all the entries, all the entry forms. And she also looks good in Boost. I don't know. Lopo, that's right. Thank you guys. Lopo. Say definitely deserved more time. I thought she was really cool. In fact, you know who didn't deserve more time? Daichi! Nodge Sparrow! C tier. He's there to be the villain of like the worst part of the show, which sucks. Cause like, it's not terrible. It's not terrible. But he is the villain of the worst part of the show. And it just hurts him. And then he just comes back and like, I don't like his redemption. I don't like his ending that he gets to be like the new Archimedidel of like the Sunflower Jamato, when it's like the Jamato should be gone. Please? Like, why are they still here? So I don't love that. Niram. When I was talking about Giori being the GOAT, Niram is the GOAT. Flat out. Niram is the GOAT. He is who I wanted to be the ultimate final villain of the show. I don't know if you guys get when Giori is going off and Niram just shows up and he's like, yeah, you did fucking bad. Snaps his fingers, dusts Giori. That was such a turning point of like, oh, there is someone worse than him. There is someone way worse than him that's going to be a gigantic thorn in like our main rider's sides. The fight with Buffa, where he doesn't even touch him. Oh, you need a hat? You want me to wear a hat? Sorry, Baby Rex is going off. Oh. There you go. Better? The part where like he's going off and like Niram's just standing there is one of the coolest fights in the whole show. It is so fire. I love how much of a threat he was to everyone. So it's like, exactly. Like he was just so far up there that you're like, how are we going to touch this guy? Samas shot Niram and then did nothing. C tier. She was there kind of, and then she like did nothing. And then she shot my boy and then left again. So she gets C tier. She could have done more. She's not F tier because like I know who she is. And she like directly affected the plot so much. Whereas like you guys had to tell me this is letter and I think you're making up that name. So Samus goes in C tier. Second Game Master. The dude that twerks. Wink wink. He annoyed the shit out of me, but I think he's B tier. I think he like played his role perfectly because he annoyed the shit out of me so much. And then was such a bitch once he got the Vision Driver stolen. But I thought he was good. I thought he was cool. And like such a cool contrast to Giori after he went away, after he took over, that I was like, I love this shift in it of like, all right, now it needs to be this. Now it's all about the audience, whereas before it was all about like whoever getting their wish, that type of thing. So I thought that was cool. Zin is a B tier. I think his story got very interesting when he almost died. When he almost died and he realized, and it should have like set off more of a realization of like the people from the future thought their life was planned start to finish, and they thought that it like they knew exactly when they were gonna die. And then Zin almost died, and it like shook him to his core. But then he comes back again later and is just Zin again. So he's also the only one of the sponsor riders that gets like a physical suit in that form, which I really like because I dig that suit. So I'm going to put him in B tier. And now let's move him up to A tier. I'll move him up to A tier because I really like him as a rider. I think he's great. Keiwa, Sakurai Keiwa. It's not even debatable. It's not even debatable. You can not like the Bujin Sword arc all you want. It makes sense. It is Keiwa. There are parts in it where they like should have gone a little farther with the dialogue, like how Buffa says to the people in the DGP lobby, like he's probably too far in. They should have played with that with Keiwa instead of being like bad guy. But far and away from start to finish, Sakurai Keiwa, the GOAT. Absolute S tier. Kekura, the foil to Keiwa, S tier. Look at everyone's like matchups is S tier, A tier, S tier, A tier, S tier, A tier. It's this show did it so well. Kekura is only A tier and not S tier because like he stayed in the frog form for weirdly a long time for no reason. But he also like had this really undying, like, this is what a Kamen Rider is. It's suffering. You need to suffer. But he also didn't come out on the other side of like, the suffering makes them better until he's like dying. But the whole time he's like just a dick and doesn't give off any inclination that he's doing this to better Keiwa. When he turns on Keiwa, he 100% is like, you fucking failed me. You failed me and you're not the Kamen Rider. And then when he's dying, he's like, you are the true Kamen Rider. And it's like, there was no hint at all that was going to happen. So that's the only thing holding him back from S tier. But absolute A tier. Kekura's badass. Kyun, C tier. Probably above all these people, honestly. But Kyun is C tier. And the fact that Kyun has one good scene, maybe two. He has one scene that I can remember that is being better than okay. And that's obviously the scene where he like runs up and reminds Naga who she is. But other than that, Kyun is just like, yeah, I agree with Project Marvels. Kyun is the worst supporter. The worst supporter, good boyfriend, fine, but like the worst of the four supporters in terms of any kind of story at all or character. Baroba, the best supporter in terms of story and everything. I'm dropping her in A tier, but Baroba is a really good villain when she's being a villain to everyone. When she's just being a villain to Buffa, it like devolves into the, oh, I just want to see people suffer. I just want suffering. And like, and you gotta suffer, and you gotta suffer, and suffering is here. But when she's a villain to everyone, then it feels like this is like a plan happening. This is like something going off. This is just a fucking menace. And she gets kind of like a little more purpose when that happens. But Baroba, definitely A tier. Baroba was S tier villain to hate, but F out of spite. Archimenidel, whatever you want to name him. B tier. I thought it was really dope when he fed himself to the Jamato. It was cool. And he does like the little random things that like and like that will always be in my mind. So he's solid B tier. I don't think he's like amazing, but I think he's like fine. I definitely like him better than Daichi. So there's that. This is Toru, the friend. The less said about that, the better. The less said about that, the better. Ben and John, C tiers. You know what would have pushed them up to B tiers? Toei giving them a suit. Toei not showing Toei not going mask off and like being not giving them suits, but like Toei definitely went mask on, and we're like, these two international people, these two foreign people, to us, they don't get to be full riders. So that's disappointing. Right now, C tier. They're bodyguards. They're fine. They don't do anything like super amazing. They get their ass kicked like off screen. They do the thing where they're like looking through and they find their ID cores. I thought that part was really cool. But other than that, they're not F tier. That's the best I can say for it, is that they're not F tier. But I'm really happy for both those actors. Just throwing that out there. They probably wanted to save money. You can't say that when it happened in the middle of the season and you got the rest of the season. Like, it's just repaint some dumb, like, okay, next person, Groovy. Groovy came after Ben and John were revealed to be riders. Groovy got a suit. Groovy is F tier. Showed up to die. No fucking reason for him to be there at all. Groovy is F tier. Sarah, also C tier, but I like a high C tier. She's fine. Sarah's fine. She's fun. She's nice. She's like, if Kay was like our window to the DGP in this world, Sarah is the person like standing 10 feet behind the window being like, look at that. Look at the moon. Look at that tree out there. That's cool. She's like never really feels connected enough to the story. Groovy's not dead. Sorry, he doesn't die. He just gets his thing taken apart. Give Sarah a B because her final wish is so funny, just because it's everything. I think she's a nice support. She didn't need to be a writer at all, which I think probably pushes it down to C for me. But I like Sarah. I like her being there for KY. I like her sharing those experiences. And I like the first arc of him like hiding stuff from her a lot. I think that was really cool. This guy did some stuff. F. This guy did some stuff. F. Neon's dad, Papa Karama, A tier. And this is not saying that I like him as a character or I like what he's doing throughout the season. But as a character throughout the season, you cannot tell me that Neon's dad didn't just fucking steal every single scene he was in. Had a super interesting arc throughout the show. Just like crazy cool what he goes through, and like the you thought he was just going to be that evil the whole time, because every time they gave him an out, he just upped being more evil, upped being more evil, upped being more evil. And then at the very end, flipped sides and was like, I was wrong, which I love. I love that they're not like, I was doing this for these reasons. He goes, I was wrong. 100% wrong. Did you see the cheeks on the Twitter TL? No, I didn't. I have that person blocked. I love that first story. The Gyago suit is really good. Kurama Neon herself. Pew! Probably my favorite character in Geats. I'm gonna be honest. My favorite character in Geats. Her story is so different and off the rails for any female writer, for any female we've gotten in writer. And I think it's so cool. She has story moments that are like really down there for me, but she also has story, like her highs in her story far outweigh them. I think the Tricky Trio up top, Tricky Trio S tier, let's go. I think the reveal that like, hey, she was made by the goddess of creation. She's not a real person. I think that's such a cool, different way to go, and it makes her story a lot more meaningful. when she's like, oh, I don't have to stay home because like these aren't my parents, because I don't actually belong here and I have to go figure out where I belong. Good. Neon's mom. A lot of people won't agree with me, and that is okay. I'm going to give you my reasons right now. I know why a lot of you hate Neon's mom. But I will say bad things happen in fiction, just as bad things happen in real life. That doesn't make them bad characters. And the fact that later on we realize that Neon's mom did not know about the wish, and probably, from everything we know, had some sort of leftover subconscious feeling about just smothering her daughter because her past daughter died, I think is such a crazy nuanced thing for Kamen Rider to do. And in the end, when she realizes it, and she once again, just like the father, says she is wrong and tells Neon that like the loving times that we spent were not fake. I think that is very, very heavy. I think that whole arc and that whole character development that she goes through is very heavy. That's the worst part, that she didn't know Neon is fake, but yet still abused her. No, like I said, that abuse comes from that subconscious of like, I need to hold on to this until it breaks. I need to hold on to this so hard, and she's not thinking it'll break because subconsciously she knows her daughter died. She knows there's something missing there. So she squeezes what she has so hard that it until that breaking point. That is where I'm putting her. I'm putting her in A tier. Jit shows up, and like I'm like fully behind Jit when he shows up. I'm like, let's do this. This Game Master fucking rules. And then he just falls so far to the point where they're like at the second to last episode, they're like, oh yeah, he was nothing, which bums me out so bad because he's so good. He goes in C tier. It's such a bummer. Everything was like going well for him. And if he ended up being the final villain, I would have been fine with it. Or if he would have just been Sewell the whole time, I would have been fine with it. But the fact that they split those characters, Jit got the shit end of the stick. Goddess of Destruction, Sumori, F tier. She has that one cool scene. Other than that, is just Sumori. It's just Azu for Sumori so that they can grant a few wishes, so that we can go through this checklist of battles that we need to have before the finale of like Baroba, Kekara, Jit. And it's like, cool. You could have done that you could have kept Sumori as the goddess and had the no whatever, and then flipped her back and then been like, oh, but we already wished for these things. And that's a bummer. Sewell. I don't want to put him in F tier because I think in the end he was the right choice for the final boss. I wish he would have came back earlier. And he has like the cool Geats 9 debut. He has the history with the goddess of creation and everything. I just wish he had more towards the end. I wish this was one character. If this was one character, then they shoot up to A tier probably. But the fact that they're not, and they split them apart so terribly, then they just both get C tier. Seeker, this movie's fine. This movie's fine. He's also C tier. Probably higher C tier. But he's cool. He's whatever. Who is this? Is this a guy from the other movie? Because I haven't, like, we obviously haven't seen this movie, so like these two could just go to the end and not be anything. We won't rank them. Buffa. Where do I put Buffa? Oh, that's Punk Jack's friend. I guess. Cool. Buffa. Let's go with. This is really hard for me. Buffa goes A tier. And it's this thing where, like, he's just an idiot for too long. Like, this guy comes back and is like, hey, I'm a plant person. And Buffa for way too long is like, hey, you're the best, you're my best friend. And it's really dumb. It's really dumb. Like, and then like 6 episodes later, they're like, he's like, I was just using you this whole time. Like, Buffa switches, or at least says he switches goals way too much. That's how I feel. That's how I feel for that. Punk Jack. Hallelujah win. B tier. Punk Jack is B tier. He is so wasted by the end of the series that he should have stayed dead. He comes back to be exposition so that Keiwa could not accept that it wasn't Ace's mom's fault. That is Punk Jack's most important thing that happens when he comes back. Is that he gives them exposition, Ace, Keiwa, and Buffa, to tell them, hey, it's not Ace's mom's fault. She was in prison. She's doing this against her will. And Keiwa still doesn't accept it. That is why he came back. He had the coolest death in the whole show. The coolest death in the whole show was like part of the best episode of the whole show, and they threw it away just to bring him back to do some exposition. He does also save Sumuri from Jito, but like as I explained earlier, probably shouldn't have happened as early as it did. Sumuri! There's no argument there. Sumuri is what Izu should have been. Sumuri is better than Izu. For all intents and purposes, we don't really know that Sumuri is not an AI thing. Like, they kind of alluded to a navigator being created as like this not real person. But throughout the show, she goes through such a good arc. Like, it's just not even debatable. She's one of the best Kamen Rider girls. I love that she didn't become a rider, because they could have very easily done that. Her ending, I thought, was perfect. Her ending of shooting and killing Ace, and then feeling so responsible that she looked over that site for the rest of her life. Good. Amazing. I don't like that they're going to start a new DGP. Talked about that. But her ending of being the keeper of that like sanctuary is so good. Because like in actuality, she could have been the goddess of creation. If things turned a little different, she would have been stone. And now she's like forever looking over this stone. People made concepts for her being Glare. Dude, if they would have gave her her own belt and been like, this is the navigator driver, I would have been like, yeah, sure. That's a thing that happens. That makes sense. Obviously. Shrine, temple, are they different? I'm not that cultured. I'm sorry. Yeah, she had such a good, she's S tier. I can't imagine anyone that would debate it. Kilo? No, that's not his name. Shiro. I like to call him Shiro Way. Sick first death, but like ultimately a nothing character. In C tier. Sorry, you guys can't see it because he's behind, but he's in C tier. Just ultimately amounts to nothing. I think this guy, I forgot his rider name, but a higher C tier. Because I like his like relation to Keiwa. And the final one. Japan. Everyone's favorite school shooter. Japan. The GOAT, baby. The fucking GOAT of the series. It showed up, shoot shit, insult people, leave. Insult people, threaten people, shoot shit, leave. Repeat. And then he repeated. Showed up, shot people, insult shit, left. Every single time. Every single time. Japan B tier. Japan B tier. He was a really cool villain. I wish he would stayed around a little longer, especially when there were so many chances for him to come back, like the Buffa wanting to stop every rider, like Keiwa's wish. He could have came back as a rider way earlier. Just so many chances for Japan to come back that he should have. But he's a solid B tier. He's a really good small villain, mini boss for our tricky trio to go through. But that's the list, baby. That's the list. Let me break it down for you real quick. Boom, S tier, Ace, Niram, Keiwa, Neon, and Sumori. Just probably the most S tiers we've ever had in a Rider show, honestly. The best characters we've ever had. He should have been in the Yamato Grand Prix. Yeah, he would have 100% made sense to be on the bad guy side in the Yamato Grand Prix. A tier, Giori, Zin, Kekara, Baroba, Kosei, the mom. I feel so bad putting her in A tier, not knowing her name. The mom and Buffa. B tier, Mary, Lopo, Chirami, Archimedidel, Win, and Japan. C tier, this dude, Naj Sparrow, Samas, Kyun, Ben and John, Sarah, Jit, Sewell, I keep wanting to call him Tracer, Seeker, and then Shiro and Gimpen, and then F tier, Letter, who I still don't believe is real, Toru, Groovy, Henchman Gangster Dudes, Dark Sumuri, and Win's friend, I guess? We've not seen Cross Geats yet. No, so I have to put him down there. I can't imagine he's in a movie and he's a clown. I can't imagine he gets higher than C, but you know, more power to him. Godhawk, you're making me remember how good Geats was. All right, so I've got this question a lot of like where Geats ranks for me now. And after it's done, I can like fully say they stuck the landing. They did so well with it. Geats for me is a top 5 rider series. And when I say that, my top 5 rider series are Build, Geats, Gaim, Drive, and O's. Geats was so good that it launched, and the finale of Geats was so good that it launched itself into my second favorite show. It's also the first show that I own the final form of, which is crazy. Yeah, the guy that left the band because his wife was pregnant. Oh, so he started all of this. He's the reason. What's his name? Punk Jack did any of this. Second best. It's one of my favorites. And it's one of my favorites because of the characters. I really liked Neon's arc, and Neon's family. I can't get over how much I liked. Kitsune God versus Fruit Jesus V Cinema. Somebody asked, I think it was in the Discord, about them two versus Cross Saber. I was like, Cross Saber's not in the conversation. Don't worry. I've only seen 5 seasons, but I put Geats as best rider season. Let's go! Build is peak. You're right. Hashtag watch build. Watch build! Toku predictions next Thursday night, 7 p.m. Pacific time. I'm going to have 3 new contestants. I will be announcing them during the week. They've all already said yes. They're already locked in. Don't worry. So I'll be announcing them during the week on the socials, in the Discord. Keep a lookout for that. If you're not in the Discord, go ahead and join it. It's in my bio. It's in my about on YouTube. New YouTube videos every week, hopefully. Go watch the latest YouTube video if you haven't yet. It's the shopping stream. It's super fun. Yeah, I like streaming on YouTube. YouTube's fun. There's just like, the reason I don't do it so much is like, 1, because copyright stuff, and 2, because it doesn't have a lot of tools that I like on Twitch. Like polls. I can't easily put a poll in chat like I can on Twitch. Oh, I guess there's literally start a Q&A and start a poll right there. See, that was hard to find. Hashtag watch Geats. Don't watch Lupat. Don't listen to them. Don't watch Lupat. Don't watch Lupat. Also, tokutrash.tv is the website that you can subscribe. There's 2 tiers. One, you get, on both tiers, you get early access to my videos. You get the full 2-hour version of the Toku Trash podcast, which I do once a month, which is really stupid fun and has been a good time so far. And then 3, the higher tier. You also get discounts on merch, which the merch is coming out next Friday. They are tokutrash.tv. You get merch early, not discounts. Sorry. You get merch early. And the merch that comes out next Friday is these dope King Oger shorts. These are gym shorts. And these dope Dawn Brothers shorts. The little Dawn Brothers symbols say Toku Trash on them. And then the King Oger shorts, boom, have all the little King Oger symbols and say Toku Trash on them. So members can get those right now. For everyone else, they'll be available next Friday. And then for the higher tier, you get fucking thirst traps and stuff. So if you like the spicy photos, you can do that too. tokutrash.tv. I'm going to sign off. I'm going to go hang out with my family. Thank you so much for watching. I love you with all my heart. These streams are always fun. I can't believe I got 3 points. I'm going to tear myself apart next week trying to get more than 3 points. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.